Hello everyone. You may be wondering, what do you mean by the ultimate handheld console is already in your pocket? Well, what you're looking at here is a Galaxy S25 Ultra with a Daishi front end and a handful of emulators packed with just about 100 games, ranging from the Game Boy all the way to the Nintendo Switch. Now, here's the app. It's Daisho. You should be able to find it on the Play Store. If not, you should be able to download it. Just like most of these emulators, they are easy to find within the Play Store. A lot of these are also the paid versions for the extra stability. Most of them are also easily obtainable in GitHub. You may also want to get your hands on the Adreno driver downloader. Some of the games require specific drivers, and then Chiaki up to emulate, well, not emulate, but to mirror a PS4 or PS5 as well. I decided to do this because I had gotten kind of bored, I guess. And emulation has always been one of my little side hobbies. I started messing around with my current phone, in which I have edited, and I'm currently doing the recording for my voice and everything for this video. It's a Galaxy S23 Ultra. I had started messing around with emulating the Switch, and I managed to get it pretty neat, pretty good, needing some patches here and there, but everything a-okay. As you can see, there's some like little visual bugs. Those only happen when I'm recording. They were a lot worse when I would try to record gameplay on the S23, which is one of the reasons why I ended up using an S25 Ultra to do all the emulation. Another thing you're gonna wanna do is have like a little neat stack of folders. That way, when you download stuff off of the 7Cs, and you have all your emulators and everything set up, you can just rack everything in place. From there, you go to your emulators, you link the directories, so you basically go to your internal storage. If you do like me, you have a little emulator folder, then you look for your desired folder there you want to drop your games, and you link that to the directory of the emulator, and then from the Daiyoshi front end, it all launches perfectly. Now, here's another little visual bug on Risk of Rain. This one happens just naturally, and it happens on the S25. It was not happening on the S23. I don't know why, but outside of that little visual bug, there's absolutely nothing. Now, in terms of setup, all you really need is, like I said, to organize some folders out. The more you can debloat your phone, as well as start there, the more you can debloat your phone, the better. So get rid of all unnecessary apps. I used a brand new phone. Well, not brand new. Saved a couple bucks by refurbishing. Here I'm showing all the different little front ends you can add with Daioshi or Daisho. So yeah, you're going to want to debloat your phone as much as possible. Like I said, I went with a pretty much brand new, refurbished Galaxy S25. I deleted everything that I could delete that would be unnecessary off of it. And then I loaded up all my emulators off of the Play Store. The ones I couldn't find on the Play Store, I got from the browsers. From there, I set up my folders how I showed earlier. If you want to have your phone normally, then you can skip this part, but if you want your phone to always go over to the front end, how mine does once you're done, you can switch it to the home app, being the Daioshi or Daisho, instead of your One UI. I do this because I literally just loaded everything I could into the S25, and it is not a phone at the moment. It is literally a pocket console. That's why the title says the most powerful pocket console is already in your pocket. This is a couple months old phone, and even a phone from 2 years ago, the S23, 2.5 years ago, was still able to rock a lot of these pretty easily. Now, you're not going to be able to run them straight out the box. After you do your directory setup and you set up Daisho, you're going to want to mess around with your visual settings. This can ramp up the quality all the way up to 4K in some emulators. More shaders, support from other different things to make the processing smoother. You can also downgrade the visuals a bit to be able to run games that stress out the consoles, like Ace Combat or Armored Core, which I was able to run at like ×2 resolution from the original console, which is still pretty good. Once you figure out your own settings for your phone, because they're also phone dependent, the settings I was running on my S23 are not the same settings I can run on my S25. Neither am I running the same drivers on my S25 yet, because I have not used the Adreno driver downloader to nitpick and find the better drivers for each app. But yeah, other than that, as soon as you're done with all the setup, you do your director, you do your debloat, you do your directory, you download your emulators, you download Daisho, you download your little front ends within the front end for Daisho, and then you link that to your directory as well. It'll be able to launch the emulator straight from Daisho. Sometimes the PS2 one, either SX2, bugs out, and you kind of have to like launch the game within it if you want, but I always just back out and then redo it from Daisho, just to simplify life instead of having to deal with looking for it. Daisho also automatically scrapes the internet for cover arts, so if the game's cover art is easy to attain, depends sometimes on how the name and everything is spelled out on the files, that'll be able to find it and then automatically add it, and then from there, it also has retro achievement support, or whatever the page is. You can rock some of PS2, DS, and achievements and whatnot. But yeah, that's about it. I kind of decided to do this on a whim. I ordered a refurbished S25. Now I have what I would consider the most powerful pocket-sized console ever. And it's literally a phone, because if I just so wanted, I can put my phone SIM from my S23 over to the S25 and it would work just the same. But the S25 is the most powerful, so it's the game machine for now.